here we are. It's 2019 Long Beach International Film Festival with the program director, Steve Shor. Steve, to make this possible today, I'm going to mention a few names. First of all, our sponsor. You like this vintage shirt?
There you go.
SVS Jewelry, our good friends there. We love them. Our second sponsor today is Angles Invokers, Adam Butter, real estate man to the stars, right?
There you go.
Right here in Long Beach. And we had a third sponsor come in just recently, and we wanted to shout them out. We're actually broadcasting right now from Bridgeworks. What a wonderful co-working space. I absolutely love this place.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
So we're right under the bridge, or right at the start of the bridge here in Long Beach. So, hey, you're our first guest today. You, by far, would know the most about what's happening in the program entity of this Long Beach Film Festival. What do we have this year? You're always so perfectly aligned with people.
Why, thank you. From last night's opener, Astronaut, Richard Dreyfuss, really wonderful film. Just great payoff at the end. Was a good kickoff for the festival. And as we speak, our first film of the day is called Le Chocolat de H, which is about the premier chocolatier in the world.
And so, true story.
Yes. And he takes us into his world of the, what is it, the World's Chocolate Awards. And
this isn't based on the Hershey story?
No.
Okay.
This is by far better than Hershey's. This guy makes little jewels of chocolate. It's amazing.
Very cool. So that's playing right now at the library.
Playing right now.
Why don't we let everybody know where films are playing right here? Again, this will go worldwide, so let's understand we're on Long Island, New York, Long Beach, New York. That's important. Yes. Sometimes we get confused with Long Beach, California. This is Long Beach, New York. We are less than a mile from the ocean right now, and the films are showing, I understand, at the library and a beautiful theater.
Yes, we have today and tomorrow at the library, free screenings for anyone who wants to attend, and a nice selection of our international program. After Le Chocolat de H today, 2 o'clock is Amanagawa, The One I Loved, a Japanese film, a little fantasy. It's really fun. And at 4 o'clock, we have Tea for Taj Mahal, one of our culinary cinema, which is an Indian film about a man who starts a restaurant and doesn't charge people to eat there. He wants them to teach something to the children of the village.
Very awesome. You know, you program films arguably around the world, certainly around the country. One of your big film festivals is Sonoma. In the age of digital, why do people keep coming to films? Why do they sit down and come to films?
Well, I think that, a film festival, not only do we have these wonderful events that surround it, but when you have a loyal audience and you know the vibe, you know the sunset, like Sundance vibe, that people go in droves there because they're going to see the hottest, hippest new films out. At a festival like Sonoma or Long Beach, it is the trust in people like me who program these festivals. And if you're a successful film festival, if you have your audience keeps on coming back year after year, and that's what we're doing.
We're going to be interviewing filmmakers that have films in this festival. There seems to be no sort of slowing down of creativity and the wanting to make films, from what I see. Let's face it, the equipment, the ability to know more about making good films seems to be more prevalent than ever, with the number one hosting of video being, for example, YouTube. So, I mean, what are you hearing directly from filmmakers? Again, we're going to talk to them directly, but what are you hearing, like, what are their hopes, wishes, and dreams? And maybe you can talk to me about a recent success of an independent filmmaker.
A lot of them, it's the whole gambit. Le Chocolat de H, the filmmaker's not here, but I've become a friend of the director through the process of programming this film, not only for here, but for Sonoma, for Devour Fest. he wants people to see his film. And so he feels it's successful by looking at our programs and saying, yes, I want my film here. Shorts filmmakers, some of them are returnees this year to the festival, and it's because they enjoy making a short year after year and going out on the festival circuit. Some of our films are picked up, and sales are pending on a few of them.
Good.
And because they were maybe screened at Sonoma earlier in the year, and since then a sales happened.
So, I mean, it's the same as the music business. They put a creative effort into a project. That project is shown around, and many people take interest in it or don't take interest in it. And then at that point, that film gets to a certain distribution point, right? Now,
Right.
What's different, and I'm sure you've seen this in your career, I mean, big screen is the big screen. And then now we're seeing all these distribution channels, Netflix, Amazon,
Yeah.
and even, quite honestly, YouTube. So speak a little bit about that, what you're seeing
Well,
there.
people-
Someone can pick up a deal on a digital basis.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. Okay. Whether it's a short or a feature or a doc, people are voracious for buying content right now. And it's up to you to find or for the filmmaker to find the level that your film
Right.
is. Of course, everybody wants to be, at the Chinese
Steven
theater,
Spielberg.
the Chinese theater, and have distribution on 5,000 screens. It's not going to happen for most of these films, but what can happen is that you have a limited release somewhere. For the luckiest of filmmakers, to having an Amazon or a Netflix deal for a larger range of people.
So arguably, it's a little bit better in some ways because distribution channels that didn't exist before are here. So there's opportunity.
There's more opportunity to get a sale. It might not be a great
Sure.
sale, but at least it's a sale.
Sure.
As where in the past you would have you're not getting distribution, you're not going anywhere.
Yep. I know you got to go back and introduce some more films. Two things before you go. One is your own film that you're involved with, Straws, right? Weren't you involved with
Right.
it? Okay. There was a little story behind that, right? I mean, that got distribution in schools, didn't it?
Yeah,
Or municipalities.
I was just talking with the director recently. This thing is 2 years old now, and she's telling me that it's still getting requests
It
for
is.
film festivals.
It is.
I wrote it off after 30. So, I mean, this has had a...
Impact.
Yes, on the film festival circuit, it is laughable how many festivals it's been in, and then we made this for education, so it is on an educational sales level, and it is a job for the director now of promoting this and going out and speaking regarding straw awareness and banning single-use plastic.
Yeah, I know locally we had some great interest by Suffolk County Municipality to show this, and I think it was licensed or bought and shown. I know that for a fact. And the last thing is just you talked about events related to people that like to go see films. They go hand in hand. I think the unique part of Long Beach International Film Festival is, for example, tonight we have something called Chefs and Shorts, and we'll have Michael Howe and Leah on later. Just tell us a little bit about that and quickly on the Shorts on the Beach.
Well, Chefs and Shorts was developed at their film festival called Devour Fest. And it is each one of the chefs that does a course each is inspired by a short that they are given by Leah. And they make a dish that off of this.
Very cool.
And so it's kind of interactive. You're watching shorts, you're eating good food, you're drinking the wine that's paired with it. It's just a wonderful experience. This is the third year it's happened at the Long Beach International Film Festival. I have it at Sonoma, and they do it in another dozen places around the world.
Sure. So it makes sense. And lastly, just a little bit about Shorts on the Beach, right here on the Atlantic Ocean.
Yes. Shorts on the Beach is one of the cornerstones of the film festival. I think it's where it started, actually. And we have a wonderful program this year. All family-friendly films, a nice selection of my animation, documentaries, and features, dramatic and comedy shorts, excuse
Okay.
me. And we usually get 500 people, I think, come out for this
Oh, at
thing.
least,
Or
at least. It's the beach is filled with people.
yeah. So it's a really good program this year, and I think it's going to be packed as always.
Good. So that's this weekend. Go to longbeachfilm.com. Again, thank you for spending some time with us.
Yeah,
You'll
my
be back
pleasure.
with us with some other filmmakers when you can, in between the entire festival. Again, a shout out to our Bridgeworks, where we're sitting now, Engels and Vokers. That would be Adam Butter, and of course, SVS Fine Jewelry, the fine people over there. Thanks again, Steve.
Thank you.